Today we're going to talk about Yabamiah, the next Shem angel. This is actually an angel associated with creation. And it's actually pretty interesting because all of the other 71 Shem angels are associated with the Psalm verse. But this Shem angel, Yabamiah, actually is associated with Genesis verse 1. So, while all the other Shem angels, all 71 other Shem angels, are associated with a psalm verse, and they're not random, by the way, and most of them, if you look at the Hebrew of the psalm verse, in most cases, the letters associated with the name of the angel appear somewhere close to a tetragram, a Yod He Vav He in the actual Hebrew of the psalm verse. However, with Yabamiah, with this particular Shem angel, it's not a psalm verse. It's Genesis 1. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim vet haaretz. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So that is actually the verse associated with this angel, Yabamiah. It's associated with creation. Also interesting is that, and of course this is a Kabbalistic angel, also interesting is that the divine attribute is God, how is it? Verbo omnia producens. So God who creates with the word, or the all creating or all producing word. So it's interesting that the actual verse associated with this angel, it completely deviates from the tradition, or it totally deviates from the mainstream tradition that the angel has a psalm verse. This particular one, note, first verse of Genesis, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. And according to Lazare Lenain's Science of Kabbalah, this angel is associated with mysticism, union with God, about getting us to reclaim our lost estate in the Garden of Eden. So it's pretty interesting. So let's take a look at this. And, all right. How's everyone doing this morning? How is everyone here today? All right. So, Yabamiah. And actually, this is Angel 70, just two more angels. And we'll be starting over with Vehuya for Aries. So that's coming up. So after this angel, two more angels, and then we'll be starting over with Vehuya for the spring. But like I said, this angel, Yabamiah, is actually pretty interesting. There's no psalm verse. It's actually associated with Genesis 1. All right. Fabian, okay, let's see here. Very happy to get to do magic with you today. Hi there, how are you doing today? It's a pleasure to have you here with me. All right, so let's take a look here. Yep, I'm looking forward to it as well. All right. All right, I've got y'all here. All right, I've got my girlfriend here with me, Miss Lyriel. All right, here we go. So this is actually Angel 70, Yabamiah. Yabamiah governs from 15 to 20 degrees of Pisces. The attribute of God is Deus Verbo Omnia Producens, God the all-producing or word who creates, with the all-producing or creative word. Office, according to Lazare Lenain's Science of Kabbalah, the office. Of course, I'm doing my own French translation from the, actually from La Science Kabbalistique. But Pierce Vaughan also has a great English translation. But The office. This genius dominates the generation of beings and the phenomena of nature, and protects those who wish to regenerate themselves and those who are in need. He protects those who wish to regenerate themselves and restore the harmony that was broken by Adam's disobedience, which is achieved by exalting oneself towards God and purifying through the elements those who make up man's nature. It is then that the wise returns to the principles of creation, that he regains his rights, his first dignity, that he returns to the master of the universe, who enjoys all the prerogatives. Sound little Martinisty there, Lenain, and enjoys all the prerogatives that God gave him in creating him. The person born under this influence will distinguish himself by his genius, will be considered by scholars of all nations, and will become one of the first lights of philosophy. So how do we put all this together? Basically, angel number 70 is associated with creation. Instead of a psalm verse, it's first verse of the Torah. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. This angel is associated with redemption and creation. So pretty interesting. I really encourage y'all to work with this angel. As I say in my videos, some people don't use any timing. Some people that do use timing, they follow the 20-minute cycle of Lenain. And then there are those that do like I do for the most part, is follow the path through the tropical zodiac, follow the sun through the degrees of the zodiac, because Agrippa, it was Agrippa in the 16th century, Agrippa in the 3 Books of Occult Philosophy, he says that the 72 Shem angels are associated with the 5 degrees each of the zodiac. So that's Agrippa. All right. So, how are y'all doing today? Y'all doing all right? I had a couple of days. I had to get a bunch of chores, a bunch of things that I had to get done, you know. But that's okay. Got a couple of days. I had to get a few things done, but now I can put full focus onto these videos and getting back into the full swing of things. All right, there's a lot to go through. There's a lot of material to go through. And now that this is pretty much all that I put my focus on, you know what I mean? I mean, there's nothing else. This is it. If I can do 8 hours at a job, then I can do this for an hour. Okay, so we've got Yabamiah here. Do y'all have your paper and pen ready? Because we are going to draw a geomantic figure. We're going to do that today. Nicholas says, Grand Rising to you. All right. Oh, I did a video. This is just the beginning, you know. I'm getting all this started. I did a video for those that subscribe to my Patreon only. So I am starting to do private content just for my Patreon subscribers. Because that's a way to thank them. So here's the basic plan. So this is important to update because I like to keep my viewers updated on my channel. So as many of you know, so I've been doing YouTube since 2008. I've been doing YouTube videos since 2008. So I've been doing YouTube since 2008. You can find my channel, Taliesin McKnight, on YouTube. And through my work with the Shem Angels, they basically told me that I should just do this full time as my job, is just make videos about the occult. And so I've got money saved and I'm good, but basically, this is all that I do. This is my attempt. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it works out. I think it'll work out. This is my attempt to just do YouTube and make occult content as my full-time job. Because of that, there's some monetization taking place. I use affiliate not affiliate now. Amazon affiliates. Anyone that buys a book using the links that I recommend, I just get a little commission. And also my Patreon. So here's my plan. I just like to keep my viewers updated with my videos, both on YouTube, and now I'm starting to get a little bit of stuff on Facebook as well. But basically, so I'm doing this as my full-time job, so I have to have an income coming in. Patreon. Anyone that would I like to give free content to people. I like to provide free information. But I like to make it optional. Those that would like to support my channel can go to my Patreon, and for $10 a month, you get access to exclusive content. So there's a lot of videos that I'll be posting on there that'll just be for Patreon subscribers. So you get exclusive content, and also that's an income. Let's say $10 a month. Let's say 100 people. 100 people subscribe. That's $1,000 a month, that I could apply to something. So it's just a way to make it, to help me to where I can do this, make videos as a full-time job. Okay. Those that want to support my work, go to Patreon. And then for $10 a month, like I said, it is a little bit of an income for it. $10 a month. If I got 100 people to do that, it's $1,000 a month. I could put towards a bill or something. So it does help me to have an income making videos. So that $10 a month, it adds up. And plus, you get access to extra videos. However, and this is important because I like to keep my viewers updated, my plan is that a lot of that material, I want to eventually become public after a year. I'll give it a year shelf life. So a lot of that material will be available for everyone. But if people want to see access to all of my videos as I'm doing it, then go to my Patreon. And so that $10 a month helps me out, and then you get to see all of my content. And if not, then most of that will be available publicly after a year. So let's say I made a video today, March. The video I did yesterday, I did privately just for Patreon subscribers. So yesterday was what, the 5th, 6th? So March 6th, 2025. So next year it'll become available for everyone. And then there's other things I can do. Let's say I wanted to hold classes, or let's say right now I'm just building stuff up. Let's say over time I wanted to do I don't know, tarot class or grimoire magic class or Shem angel class, whatever. I can do it, use Patreon as a platform where people that pay $25 a month, whatever, it's just a way to monetize my content. Again, I'm not asking people for money or anything, but I'm just making people that watch my videos aware kind of what I'm doing, what my process is. But yeah, yesterday I made the first of many videos that I plan to make. That for the time being are just available for those that are in my Patreon. Okay, let's see here. All right. Okay. Weaving spiders. I'll have to check that out. All right. To be quite honest, I mostly just kind of stick to myself, though. That's always just kind of been my policy. Literally the only person I've ever worked with, other than doing I choose to do interview somebody, has been Robert. But he's off doing his own thing. But I don't really do stuff with other people. But I'll check them out. Weaving spiders. Very cool. All right, y'all. Start LLC, sell merch too. Yep, I've got some stuff on the way. Like I said, look, this is my attempt to do YouTube and do videos basically as my full-time job. We'll see how it goes. If nothing else, and I end up back out in the workforce doing the grind again. If nothing else, I'll pump out a ton of videos for y'all in the meantime. But I think it's going to work out. I've got a plan, Stan. I'm a man with a plan. All right? I think it's going to work out great. I'm going to be a full-time occult YouTuber now. All right, y'all. Let's do our daily reading. You know, I'm still figuring stuff out. Like, if you go through my videos from last week, a lot of them were like 2 hours. I actually need to learn to like cut it down to like an hour. All right. Today, something that I wanted to talk about was a little bit, it's something that you hear a lot about in like modern magic. However, I think that it's something that's very applicable to everyone, whatever their spiritual path. And that is the Yao formula. You know, this is something that was publicized by Aleister Crowley in his book 4, or Liber Abba. And it's something that he got from the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. And it's something you hear a lot about in the occult community. And this is the Yao formula. And these is basically 3 letters, I-A-O, Yao. And they are said to stand for 3 Egyptian deities, Isis, Apophis, well, it's kind of Greek, but, well, Apep. Isis, Apophis, and Osiris. And Isis, this is nature. This represents the first phase of any undertaking. Whether it's going to the gym to put on some muscle or lose some weight or whatever else, or whatever you're working on. Let's say you want to learn a foreign language. Let's say you want to learn to paint. Any new skill that you're learning, any new project. In the beginning, it feels good. You feel happy about it. You feel motivated. That is the normal beginning stage. Now, stage 2. Stage 2 is Apophis, Apep. This is the stage where it gets difficult. You don't feel like going. You wake up when you normally go to the gym. You don't want to go to the gym that day. You don't want to go. You want to quit. You want to stop. You want to quit whatever you're working on. It loses you lose that enthusiasm, that spark. This is where most people quit. You know, in alchemy, this is said to be like the dragon. Okay, the slaying of the dragon. You have to get through this period. So you have to get through this mortificatio period. You have to get through this period. This is the Apophis stage. This is where most people quit. But if you push through, if you just push through, then you get to the 3rd stage, Osiris, which represents resurrection. And this is not the original state. This is actually a superior state to the original states at a higher level, because of all the purging, that process, that death process, so that life, death, rebirth process. So this applies to any kind of skill. Now, with my videos, this kind of applies to me here lately. It applies to any kind of spiritual practice. Anyone that has a daily practice, whether they're doing a daily I Ching reading or yoga or whatever spiritual practice, daily meditation, anyone that has a daily practice, they know what I'm talking about with this 3-fold cycle. At first it's great, and then it gets to where you lose your enthusiasm. You don't want to keep going. Most people quit at this stage. If you can just push through by sticking to the plan, sticking to the practices, day in, day out, whether you feel like doing them, it shouldn't make a damn. You do them anyways. You do it anyways. You don't feel like doing it? Great. It feels empty. You're having a spiritually dry period? Cool. Keep going. Do it anyways. This is getting through what mystics have called the dark night of the soul. It is one very minor way of looking at the dark night of the soul. Ultimately, that is but in Christian mysticism, this is referred to as the purgative process. Okay, this is the purgative process. And this is I guess, a little hint of asceticism there. You have to get through this period. Whether you feel like it or not, you do the practice. Now, not everyone has to do this. Some people will say, well, that's the natural cycle. I don't feel like doing it. I'm going to stop. I'll pick it up when I feel like doing it again. That's fine. That is not the attitude that is found in a lot of these modern magic writings. For example, the Thelemic writings, they say push through. Me personally, like I've produced like an hour, 2 hours of video daily for like the last. I successfully did 2 weeks, and this is my third week. So I have produced so many hours of footage, but now I get up and I'm like, yes, it's time for the show. That's how I was doing. But now it's like, oh, I've got to go in there and I've got to do this show. Well, what am I going to talk about? Well, I could do this, and all the stuff hits me. And then I'm like, well, I don't feel like doing it right now. I got to do this. I got to do it later. Well, I can't put it off. I have to make it happen. So I'm just going through a minor apophis stage, which is normal with everything. But I'm not concerned. I'm not worried because I deal with these types of things all the time. But I've just got to push through with the practice of doing these videos. So, I don't know. Maybe that helps someone else out too. If you're having trouble with your practices and, you want to go to the gym or whatever you're doing or your spiritual practice and you just don't feel like going. Sometimes if you just stick to the discipline, push through anyways, without lust of results, keep going, then you're able to push through that blockage basically, and you get to the resurrection, the higher level, okay, of that formula. So everybody's got your pen and paper ready. Let's do our geomantic reading. So today we're going to do it different ways on different days. That rhymed. Different ways on different days, y'all. Today we're just going to do a simple think of a question, ask a question. We're going to see what it was. So, have you guys thought of a question yet? Let's think of a question, y'all. All right. Okay, y'all. Have y'all thought of a question? I'm going to think of a question right now. Okay, I've actually thought of a question. All right, so what we're going to do is you take your pen and paper, and we are going to draw 4 rows of dots, and then we're going to count and see are they odd or even numbers of dots, and we're going to draw a geomantic figure. Okay, so here we go. All right. All right. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. All right. So we have our rows of dots here. We do a lot of geomancy in these videos. So 4 rows of dots. All right. So now let's count up the rows. Number of dots in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my top line or fire line is 8. 8 is an even number, so that becomes 2 in my geomantic figure. I'm going to count up the second row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is an odd number. Odd numbers become 1 in my geomantic figure. Let's count the third row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is an odd number. That becomes 1 in my geomantic figure. Somebody's calling me. And now I'm going to count the bottom row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is an even number, so that becomes 2 in my geomantic figure. So the answer to my question is conjunctio. Conjunctio. What did you guys get? Conjunctio. Conjunctio is neither good nor bad. It just has to do with the coming together. Its image is a crossroads, and it has to do with that aspect of Mercury that brings things together. It's associated with Virgo. Okay, it is a bringing together, a working together. So, what did you guys get in your geomantic readings? Sometimes we're going to petition a spirit together or an intelligence. Sometimes we're going to use a coin, sometimes dots on paper. So I want people to never know what to expect with their geomancy. Every day it'll be something different. Just like working out, never let your body get adjusted. You're always going to mix something up a little bit. Because we should have some type of development. This is something that watching these videos, there should be something that you get out of this. Okay, conjunctio. Yep, that's what I've got. Did you get conjunctio too, or no, it's just a comment on my thing. I like your little chain emoji. Oh, y'all, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm just not feeling it today. I'm just not feeling it. And I'm just going to have to push through this period because I have to keep making videos, you know. I have to stay inspired. But I have my spirits, the Shem angels and my other spirits that I walk with. So it's going to work out. It's going to work out very well, y'all. So what did you guys get in your geomantic readings? Did you guys do your geomantic charts? If so, what did y'all get? All right. Let me see here. Paperclip. Yeah. Makes sense. Acquisitio. Acquisitio is associated with Sagittarius. Well, there are different ways to look at it. Sagittarius and Jupiter. Acquisitio is very lucky. Has to do with gain and profit. So it's generally a yes to pretty much, for the most part, whatever you're asking about. Anything where a gain would be good, then that would definitely be a good thing to get in a reading. Really, the only time you don't want to get acquisitio is if you're trying to get rid of something or in something. Because acquisitio is the opposite. It's actually a gain. All right. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm just not really feeling it today. But I'm going to push through this period. And I'm going to have some more private videos on, on Patreon as well. I'm going to have more private videos on Patreon. I think I'm going to share more of like my personal spiritual practice and like what I personally do day to day. On my public videos, it's like Shem angels and geomancy. On my my private Patreon, I'll more go into like my own private path. So you're getting different material. If you're a Patreon subscriber, you get a little bit different material. I'm going to leave links and everything to my Patreon, anyone that's interested. And that does help me to make an income out of this, so I really appreciate that. And I'm also open to suggestions. People that, if you're looking for suggestions, particular topics that you're interested in, both classical and modern magic, then we can go through some different topics and everything. All right. So it's kind of a short video today, but I think that's about it for today. And then tomorrow, but we're going to push through and have some more content coming out. Again, Yabamiah is Yabamiah is the Shem angel that's began the reign. And Yabamiah is associated with the first verse of the Torah. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. not associated with a psalm verse like the other 71 Shem angels. And this angel is associated with divine union, mysticism, okay, union with the divine, and also creation. So I really encourage people, and I'm actually interested to see what the results will be, because this is an interesting angel. I encourage y'all over the next 5 days to work with this angel and see what happens. See what kind of interesting results. Do you receive any kind of interesting messages from this angel of creation? So over the next 5 days, people around the world that are using this particular form of timing are going to be working with Yabamiah. So I really encourage people to work with this angel over the next few days. And also, if you would like to share your experiences, to share as well. Yes, Yabamiah. Yes. Yabamiah. And I just posted about it here on Facebook, Yabamiah, this angel, and also on YouTube as well in the community section. All right. So there's going to be more videos coming out. I'll have another video coming out tomorrow, y'all. Kind of a short video. It's not one of those 2-hour videos like normal. I'm going to be honest, I'm just not feeling it today, but I'm going to push through this period, and I'll see y'all tomorrow in the next video. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, and also I wanted to thank everyone for dropping in to say hello, and yeah, and I will see y'all in the next video. Have a wonderful day, y'all. Have a great day, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, y'all.